I am here today to tell you the 3 things that you need to know as a homeowner before you call your concrete contractor. This is Concrete 101 for homeowners. Let's get into it. The first thing that you need to know before you call your concrete contractor or start looking for a guy to do your concrete work is, how big is your project? Because that's the first question that I'm going to ask when you call me. How big is it? Now, maybe you don't know exactly, but a rough idea would be helpful. Really, the best thing you can do is to get a tape measure or even use your feet, because your foot is about 12 inches, roughly. Do something to figure out how big this job is. You don't even have to tell me a square footage. You can tell me, well, my patio is going to be 12 by 20, or about 12 by 20, or I need to replace my driveway and it is 50 feet long and 16 feet wide. I did it with my feet, so it's close, right? The reason for that, most importantly, is I don't want to waste your time or my time. So when you call me on the phone, and this is how I do it, I know a lot of other guys that do it this way too. When you call me, I'm going to say, how big is your project? That way I know, okay, square footage wise, this is what we got. This is about how much concrete it's going to cost. I'm going to ask you a couple other questions too to figure out some stuff, but we're going to figure out how much this job is going to ballpark cost. That way, while we're on the phone, I can say, hey, so you're looking at spending $5,000-ish on this job. Could be 4, could be 7. But we're going to be in the ballpark of $5,000 to $7,000, let's say. I can't do that without knowing some square footage or how big your project is. And the reason I want to give you that information on the phone is because if you were looking at spending $2,000, and I know it's going to be no less than 4, probably more like 5 or 6, I want to give you that information before I ever come to your house. That way I'm not wasting my time. I'm not wasting your time, because if you can't afford it or you don't want to spend that on the project, there's no reason for me to come out, right? So know how big your project is with some accuracy, close to it. Like if it's about 300 square feet and you tell me about 300 and we get out there to check it out and it's 320, okay, it's a little bit bigger. Not a big deal, but at least you gave me a rough idea, so I give you a ballpark on the phone. I know what I'm getting into. Number 2 is have some type of idea of what you want your concrete to look like. That's called the finish, right? We need to know what kind of finish you want. It's usually going to affect the price, so it goes into that phone call where I can give you a ballpark. But also, if you have an idea of what you want your concrete to look like, I am better equipped to give you some recommendations, give you some ideas, or just be able to move forward based on you want something super basic. So I'll go over real quickly the different types of finishes you can get. Your most common is going to be your broom finish. That's what you get on almost every driveway. All your city sidewalks is just a basic broom finish. It looks like this. That's your basic broom finish. That's the most standard, easiest to do. Number 2 is going to be your slick or your smooth finish. That's usually what you got on your garage floor, or your, if you have like a metal building or some type of detached garage, it'll be in there, or on your house floor, inside your house, underneath your carpet, your tile, or whatever. You're almost always going to have a slick finish, which is usually done with a power trowel. It can be hard troweled by hand too, but it looks like this. And if that's what you need, you got to let us know. Again, something super standard, super basic, easy to do, but I need to know that information. Now, do you want some type of color, some type of decorative finish, maybe stamp work, maybe some knockdown? Knockdown is what you have on your pool deck most of the time. I need to know that information too. You're like, Charles, I want this patio, but I don't want it to be basic, right? I don't just want the standard gray broom concrete. I want something a little more elaborate. I want something a little prettier. Cool. We got all sorts of options for that. We can do colors. We can do stamps. We can do a knockdown finish. We can do inlays. We can do fancy hand joints and picture framing and just all this cool stuff that we can do. Exposed aggregate. I can make your patio look really, 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 really cool. Same thing with your driveway. But I need to know, like, okay, when I come to see this person, we've talked on the phone, they said they want something super decorative, okay, or a little bit decorative, okay, cool. So I'm gonna be able to bring a couple of those options with me. I got all these notebooks or these binders that are full of pictures and options and colors and stamps and all this other stuff. And that decorative really just depends on your budget. I can turn a $7,000 driveway into a $50,000 driveway real fast. If you want to spend that kind of money to make it look pretty. I can also take your $7,000 driveway and make it a $8,000 driveway and make it super pretty too. Maybe not super elaborate with a bunch of stamps and stuff, but I can definitely throw some color hardener on there and do some cross cuts and make it look really cool, better than everything your neighbors got. So know what type of finish you're looking for. Just something standard like a broom, or standard like a slick if it's inside somewhere like a garage or whatever, or if you want something a little bit more colorful, a little bit more decorative. Have an idea of what you are looking for. And finally, number 3 is, what are you doing with your concrete? What is the use and or possible future use of the concrete? Like, you got a driveway. We're gonna replace it. Are you planning on or have the thought of in the future, maybe you're gonna buy an RV or have some type of large, heavy piece of equipment or truck sitting on this driveway? Because if so, we might need to make it 6 inches in a spot. Or you're having a back patio put in, and right now maybe you're not going to cover it. Maybe you are. Maybe you're going to get a screen room or an enclosure on it. Maybe right now you're not going to, but in the future you want to. Well, if you want to in the future, you got to be ready for that by putting in some footers and some rebar when we pour the patio. Now you can use it with the footer in there. You'll never know it's there if you don't need it. But if you plan, or maybe there's a thought in your head of in the future putting enclosure on it, I need to know that. So you need to know what this concrete is going to be used for, either now or possibly in the future. You're gonna light a bonfire on it, which you can't really light a bonfire on concrete. It will explode like a bomb. So if you're gonna have like a bonfire area, we gotta put fire bricks in there or dig out a hole. There's all sorts of stuff that really depends on the use of the concrete. So know what you're using it for now, know what you could possibly use it for in the future. That way we know exactly what needs to happen so you don't have problems down the road if your concrete's not done right for the future plans that you might have. Okay, so that's my 3 things that you really need to know before you get in contact with a concrete guy to come do your concrete work. And as always, if you make it to the end of the video, I try to have a little bonus for you. And my bonus today is, be prepared when you call your concrete guy. He's gonna probably come out and give you a bid. There's a couple things that you're gonna probably need to have to move forward with your project, right? So if you're happy with this guy, you wanna meet him, you wanna talk to him, you're ready to sign a contract and get this thing underway. If you need a permit, like he's gonna pull the permit for you, you're gonna need a land survey. If you live in an HOA, you're gonna need HOA approval. That's a question you need to ask before you get a concrete guy out there. Find out if what you want to do, you even can do. And have that land survey ready. Have your HOA approval ready. Depending on the city, state, county, municipality, whatever that you live in, you might need other paperwork. If you need that stuff, get it ahead of time. Call down to the city and say, hey, I'm gonna do this. What do I need? And they're gonna tell you, get that stuff ready so that when your concrete guy shows up, he gives you that price that you love. He makes you super excited with all the pictures that he shows you. You're ready to rock and roll. You can sign that piece of paper, get your new concrete right away. No holdups waiting on a bunch of stuff that you could have had together already if you're actually moving forward with this project. Maybe not with the first guy, maybe it's the third guy, whatever. Have your stuff together and ready for him. Also, have your budget in mind. Know how much you want to spend, know how much you can spend. That's all I really have to say on this topic. Those are the 3 things that you really need to know, plus that little bonus, or big bonus really. I talked about that for a long time. Those are the things you need to know before you pick up that phone and start calling guys to come out and give you bids. You gotta know how big it is. You got to know what you want it to look like, what kind of finish, and you got to know what is happening with your piece of concrete, and be prepared to sign the contract and move forward, have all your paperwork in line. My name is Charles, and I want you to like and subscribe if this video was helpful, or if you just like my pretty face. And if you're getting ready to do some work with a contractor at your home, I got this really cool ebook that I made. It's called Start to Finish, the Homeowner's Guide to Working with a Contractor. And it's going to take you from the start, whichever way you're looking at the video. It's going to go from one end to the other. Start to finish. Everything in between, and help you with that process. So if you've never worked with a contractor before, or you have and you had a bad experience, this is going to help you through that whole process of finding a guy, hiring the guy, what is expected from him, what is expected from you, all the little details in between to give you the project outcome that you want, the project outcome that your contractor wants, make everybody happy, he gets paid, you get a beautiful new whatever it is that you're building, everybody's happy. So check that out in the link below. You can download it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. I'm out of here.